Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. Real quick before the video starts, a quick announcement. I have updated my Patreon page and changed the tiers within it, as I'll be posting content on there regularly. The content which will not go onto my YouTube page, from personal life stories and more Dragon Ball content for all of you to enjoy. I have changed the tiers and pricing as times are hard in the world. So for $1, you can have full access to my Patreon page and the content within it, and it goes towards production and support of my channel. So, if you want to check it out and see some content that will not be on YouTube, go check it out for $1 and show your support. Go join my Patreon. Now let's get into the what if. Once when the ship was finally completed, they would then head their way right to Namek. It would take the similar time to reach there, as during this time, Goku was able to use the new gravity room. As a gravity room, Goku, with the help of Krillin and Gohan, he was quickly able to go up to 90 Gs of force, which is 90 times Earth gravity, the same as before. Now we know that Goku got around 12 times stronger, but in my opinion, he's well over the hundreds of thousands already, as this version of Goku has pure progress and he's growing stronger. He's also learning to heighten his Timeskip. Remember, with pure progress, his adaptability is even higher than it ever was before. So, they would then arrive on Namek the same as before, and they would see that Namekians are being attacked. But Goku can sense Frieza's power level, and this is when Goku would actually fight Frieza. This is very early in the Namek saga, as they just started, but Goku's going to hold off Frieza and his goons to give Gohan and Krillin some time to get away with this young Namekian called Dende. Dende can help them find where the other Dragon Balls are so Frieza does not make his wish, and this time around, this is when Goku and Frieza's fight will be intense. Frieza, even in his first form, is still much stronger than Goku. Goku, by this point, with the gravity room training, with his pure progress, has a power level of around 200,000. Frieza, sadly, is twice that power and more. Frieza would be shocked that a Saiyan was this powerful, as Goku would have quickly used Timeskip to take out Zarbon and Dodoria, killing them both. Now Vegeta would be nearby and he would have actually killed Qui, but Vegeta does notice that this massive power level was nearby, and he knows that it's Kakarot battling Frieza. He'll let those two destroy each other, as he can go to Frieza's ship and find all the 5 other Dragon Balls. Once when Vegeta arrives at the ship, he would then take them himself, as it was a wild goose chase. Back to the Goku vs Frieza fight, Frieza would be perplexed on how this Saiyan or creature has this ability to move faster than he can even see it. Goku was using his Timeskip ability, but he was having problems. Frieza, even in his first form, was far too fast, and he could barely avoid his attacks with Timeskip. Goku here is now in some trouble, as from what we know, Goku would now be on the front end of Frieza, but he knows he cannot beat him just yet, so Goku would have to back away from Frieza. As Frieza would then give the shock to Goku that he has more than one transformation that are much scarier than this one. Goku would then use the Solar Flare, and he would then escape. Goku by this point would have then fled all the way back over to where his friends are, as Goku was able to conceal his energy, but he wasn't able to fly. But with the help of Timeskip, he's actually able to jump much quicker around the planet. Now by this point, most of the events would happen the same, as now during this time, Frieza would then find them again. And now this is when Frieza would then catch Goku this time. As then Frieza was right on the trail of Goku, he was following him using his scouter. Now we do know that Goku can conceal his energy, but Goku tried making a break for it, till Frieza would then catch him. Frieza would then fire a death beam, and it was too fast for Goku to dodge at that range. Goku would be hit right through the chest with it. Goku would then collapse, as then Frieza was going to go end him until Gohan would then surge with pure rage. Gohan would then fly right in at Frieza and hit him with everything that he has, as Krillin would then fly away. This also destroys Frieza's scouter, as now Frieza cannot track them, he doesn't see them anymore, because Krillin, Gohan, who were carrying Goku, was going underwater, and they were able to make it back to Bulma's. Now Bulma had a spare Senzu beam, as they would then give it to Goku, but Goku was still amazed by how powerful Frieza was. Goku would receive a way bigger Zenkai because of this, as Frieza by this point would have been called the Ginyu Force. But the Ginyu Force will take some time to get there. As now, Frieza was furious as it was a goose chase back between, of course, Vegeta, finding the Dragon Balls. The Ginyu Force would then shortly arrive. As once the Ginyu Force arrived, Vegeta would then go battle some of the Ginyu Force members. He was able to kill Guldo, but Raccoon was easily defeating him. As mind you, Vegeta did not have some of his intense battles that he did, but I still think he would get a big power level boost because of the fact that he fought a much stronger version of Goku. During this time, Vegeta would then try to throw everything that he could at Raccoon, but it was futile. Nothing was working. Until Goku would then fly in with his friends, and he would actually save Vegeta's life, killing Raccoon with a single hit, like before. Vegeta was shocked at how powerful Kakarot's actually becoming. Could he be a Super Saiyan? Is it possible? There's no Saiyan that's been stronger than this before. He must be one. Goku would then say that he'll handle the rest, as Captain Ginyu would have already taken the Dragon Balls and given them back to Frieza, as a similar events would have led to transpire to doing that. Now, Goku would have actually battled the Ginyu Force members, Jace and Burter. He would have easily been able to defeat both of them as he doesn't have time to waste. Gohan and Krillin would then finally meet up with Dende, as Dende would then lead them over to Frieza's area. Now, what is near Frieza's area is Elder Guru's palace, or place. This is when Goku would then quickly follow up along, as they would then meet Elder Guru. Elder Guru was occupied by, of course, Nail was guarding him. They would then let him in. Elder Guru would then read Goku's mind, and he would help them. Elder Guru would unlock Goku's potential alongside with Krillin and Gohan. Now, in turn with this, plus a massive Zenkai, I feel like this would definitely push Goku's power pretty much higher than 3 million, for sure. Now, cutting to this part, this is when things are going to get very interesting, as now they would then fly off. As Goku would go his own direction, he would go fight Captain Ginyu. But now when Captain Ginyu does try to use the Change Now technique, it would not work. Goku can use Timeskip. He easily deflected the attack, and he would kill Captain Ginyu, as Captain Ginyu had no chance against this version of Goku. By this point now, they would have collected all the Dragon Balls, and by this point, Nail was basically holding off Frieza by distracting him. Now they do have the 3 wishes, as now Vegeta would tell them to make him immortal, but remember, Goku's right there, so they don't need it, but Vegeta's going to try and get it either way, as they would wish Piccolo back alive and back to Namek. But then, Elder Guru would sadly pass away, turning the Dragon Balls to stone. This is when Frieza would finally make his appearance, and Frieza was not happy at all. Frieza was more furious than he ever has been before. His almost there, he almost tasted it. To have immortality was now taken right from him, and he was going to make everybody pay. But this time around, Goku would then fly enemy in his assault on Frieza. The problem is that Goku was far too strong for First Form Frieza. Goku would then use a Timeskip ability and hit Frieza right in the chest, shattering his armor, and it would nearly kill him. Frieza, in desperation, would then instantly transform into his second form. Goku was amazed by his power. As the two would then fight, Piccolo by this point would have stopped by and gotten Nail's power, fusing with him as well. But now during this, now I know some people will state that why did Elder Guru survive because they showed up a week earlier? What you gotta understand is that he still has the same amount of stress, because the Namekians are still fighting. Now during this time though, Piccolo would then fly right in to of course try and help Goku, but he would stay out of the way, as Goku would say that he has this. Goku would then showcase his full power, and would overpower second form Frieza. Right before he would kill Frieza, Frieza would say, "I have one final transformation, and you can't resist, you have to see it." Goku's Saiyan instincts can't help him, it just can't resist. Frieza would then transform into his fourth and final form, his true state. He would skip over the third form, as there's no need to go into that. This was now a different fight. Goku's fight with Frieza would be very similar to how it originally was. With them kind of testing the water, Goku was able to keep his own a little bit, but Frieza was holding back a lot. Frieza would then go to 50% power, as he was then overpowering Goku. Now Goku by this point, just for what if purposes, his power level is around 4 million, which is a little bit higher than his original Namek self. Now by this point in time though, Goku was easily being outclassed by Frieza, he was running out of options. Goku then, in desperation, would then charge up to Kaioken times 20 and fire a full power Kamehameha wave, which would hit Frieza and actually wound him a bit more than it did in the original. Goku was running out of power, as then Goku would then try the time skip, but remember, Frieza is very intelligent. Frieza would then catch on how his time skip is working. Frieza being hit by it multiple times, he would then see that if he just predicts where that Saiyan is coming from, he can figure it out, but it makes it hard because he cannot sense his energy. Frieza has to use his senses to figure him out. When Goku tries his time skip, Frieza would then shock Goku by grabbing his hand with his tail, as Goku was behind him. Frieza would state that now you're far too slow, and I can see you moving. As remember, Frieza being many times faster, many times stronger, the time skip won't work, as it has been shown before. He would then launch Goku away, as Goku would then try to time skip multiple times, but it wouldn't work. But then Goku would then try something. Goku then went somewhere else. As his body was standing there, but it wasn't, Frieza would then try to punch Kakarot/Goku, and his fist went through him. Goku moved himself into a different dimension of time, so he could not be hit by Frieza. This is Goku's perfect opportunity to use this and try and charge up the Spirit Bomb. That will definitely stop Frieza. As Frieza was trying everything in his power to try and hit Goku and do anything he can, Frieza would then look at his friends. If the Saiyan doesn't want to come out of hiding with this little magic trick, he'll make him come out. As Goku was then charging up energy, this would actually give him enough time, mixed with the fact that Frieza didn't know what he was doing with his hands up, and the fact that he can dodge every attack that Frieza threw at him. This would then give him enough time, as Piccolo would then fly in and try and hold off Frieza for as long as he physically could, alongside Vegeta. This is when Goku would then throw the Spirit Bomb, and it would hit Frieza full force, causing a massive explosion. Everyone thought that they won, until Frieza would then step out, and he would first shoot a beam right through Vegeta's shoulder, severely wounding his arm. This is when he would then fire a blast right through Piccolo's chest, sending him back, and he would then grab Krillin, launching him into the air, and he would then scream for Goku's help. As Goku begged Frieza to stop, it was too late. As then, Krillin was completely incinerated as he exploded. Vegeta watched in shock as it's now all over, until he senses Goku's energy is rising and rising. Goku was beyond furious. His anger's never been so high. He failed. He tried everything he could, and he couldn't save his friends. This is when his hair starts rising and turning golden, as Vegeta was watching in utter shock. As then Goku, with one final scream, would then transform into a Super Saiyan. Now, I want to keep you in mind, Goku's power level, because he adapts during the fight against Frieza, is around 6 million. Now, why didn't he use Kaioken? It's because he went from 3 million to 6 million, but he couldn't use Kaioken because his energy levels were far too low. But with Super Saiyan, he has a power level of 300 million. That is way, way, way more powerful than Frieza. He's twice the strength as he was in the Namek saga. Now, because of this, Vegeta would then laugh, as he would state that you're a Super Saiyan. It's true. Goku would then tell Vegeta to get with Gohan and help them get Piccolo onto the ship and get out of here. Vegeta would then say, why would I listen to you? Goku would then look at Vegeta and state, I can barely keep myself controlled right now. Do as I say or I'll destroy you next to Frieza. Vegeta's definitely going to listen to that. Gohan would then tell Vegeta that, look, if you want to go on your own, go on your own. But I'm taking Piccolo back to the ship. Vegeta would actually follow them, as he doesn't really know, he's kind of lost now, and he's severely injured. He would then leave. As then it was Goku's time to fight Frieza. With his rage filled, he would easily dominate Frieza their entire fight. The same as he did in the original. Goku wouldn't even need time skip to even fight Frieza. He doesn't see a need to, until later. Frieza would be furious, as he would then try to charge up a death ball and throw it right towards Namek. But remember, this version of Goku was already twice the strength, speed, and everything the original Goku ever was. He would have been able to easily use time skip on top of this, to easily get down in time, grab the death ball, and stop Frieza from doing it. And he tells Frieza that if he tries that again, he's not going to like it. He would then tell Frieza to go into his full power and fight him with everything he has, as they want to see who really is the strongest. Now, during this time, King Kai and Goku would have still worked together to make a similar wish. Though I feel like the only difference here is that they wouldn't have wished all the Namekians to leave Namek, because that wouldn't really make sense. But they would have wished all the Namekians to be brought back to life. So because of this I feel is the perfect time for when the wish would then happen. Sadly, Frieza lost his wish, as with Elder Guru back alive, the Dragon Balls had one last wish to be used. Now, this is when they give Piccolo a senzu bean, as they had spare ones, and then somebody would then talk to Piccolo, and his name was Elder Guru. Elder Guru would then tell Piccolo to come to him quickly, as he has something to help him out with, alongside with Dende. Both of them would then leave, as then back to the Goku and Frieza fight. Frieza finally powered up to 100%, and Frieza by this point has lost his sanity. At this point, he would have tried attacking Goku, as Goku actually powered down a little bit to even fight Frieza, as he wants to fight Frieza at his best. Frieza has no chance against this version of Goku, as going back to Piccolo and Dende. Piccolo would then meet Elder Guru, as Piccolo can feel Nail within him, sensing honor and respect for this grand Elder Namekian. Elder Guru would use, as he would state, that he doesn't have much strength left, but he would unlock both of their potential, and then he would tell him that Piccolo is truly extraordinary, and the fact that Dende should be the next Namekian to look after the Namekian Dragon Balls, as he feels like he earns it. He would then give that magical power to Dende, as Dende already was able to do this, to where he's now connected to the Namekian Dragon Balls, not Elder Guru, because he wants his people to have these in case they ever need them. He would then look to Piccolo and state that my son Nail has trusted you, and so do I, my son. He would then offer his hand to Piccolo and tell him to take his power, make good use of what he has left, as with Elder Guru's magic and his knowledge, it can make Piccolo stronger than ever before. Piccolo would then state, but I control the ship, as Elder Guru understands completely. And he tells Piccolo one more thing, that if he ever fused with his other half, and he would then tell that his Kami, then he would be more powerful than ever before. He could have even fought and defeated Frieza. This was in Piccolo's mind, in the back of his head. As then Elder Guru was gonna pass soon, he would then fuse with Piccolo. Piccolo was actually a little bit different. He looked very similar to his original self, of course, but he's actually a few inches taller, and he's more muscular now. And he had a calmness and respect in his eyes. And his nails were a little bit longer, like his original self. As he would then look at Dende and smile, telling him, my son, it's time for me to go. I need to go help Goku to make sure nothing happens. As then he would then fly off. Piccolo here is much stronger than his original self. His power level was around the same, but the fact that his power level was around 1.5 million. Using with Grand Elder Guru enhanced his power exponentially, on top of the fact that he also unlocked his potential. Piccolo also has a few more powers that Elder Guru had in his arsenal too, some more magic-wise, and with way more knowledge. Piccolo now feels a deep connection with his Namekian heritage. Piccolo is now the most powerful Namekian there ever was. His power level, I feel, especially after his potential unlocked, Piccolo, we don't know the exact multipliers, but even fusing with Nail, Piccolo went from being around a couple 100,000, as he was stated that he could have beaten Frieza. Nail only knows Frieza from his first form. So he states that Piccolo's under first form Frieza, to being able to fight second form Frieza and kind of toy with him a little bit. So that goes to show how OP Namekian fusion was. Same with Piccolo being far weaker than Super Saiyans, but yet he was way more powerful than them, able to fight the androids afterwards. Piccolo by this point would have a power level of around 50 to 60 million. Piccolo would know to stay and wait until Goku is done. Piccolo would then be nearby, as Goku can sense it, and he sensed how powerful Piccolo's become, but Piccolo would not interfere with this battle. He would then watch from afar, respecting Goku's wishes. By this point, Frieza has no chance against this version of Goku. Goku has had enough and he's bored of Frieza. Frieza's power level is even dropping. Goku would then give Frieza one chance to get out of here, and that is done. He never wants to see him again. Frieza would then try to throw the Death Ray saucers right at Goku, and he would then easily deflect them, but he would then elbow Frieza to the ground. Frieza would then jump up, and he was then cut in half like the original, leaving body parts everywhere. This is when Goku would actually give a little bit of his energy to Frieza, telling him that he can move around and to get off this planet. Frieza would not take this, as he would then charge one final attack towards Goku. Goku would easily went through it, and he would have shot a full power Super Anger Kamehameha. With Goku being so much more stronger, this would have actually completely incinerated Frieza, so there is no Mecha Frieza, as there's no pieces remaining. Now, during this time, there would finally be peace on this planet. And Goku would then appear next to Piccolo as he finally powered down to base form. Goku then lost all of his energy as he was completely exhausted. Piccolo would then help Goku up, and he would then lead Goku over to where Dende and the others are, as Dende would then help heal Goku. Now, Dende would then tell Piccolo that with the abilities of Grand Elder Guru, he was able to heal, unlock others' potentials, and do much more. Piccolo would then look at his hand, and he was actually able to heal Vegeta, even though he didn't want to, but Goku asked if he could. Piccolo would then state this will come in handy as he explained what he had to go do when he fused with the Grand Elder. Goku would actually then tell Piccolo, do you want to stay on this planet then, since it is your people? Piccolo would state no, as Earth is his home, is where he was born. It's the only right thing to stay there, and with Dende and the others there, they can for sure hold their own. With that being said, all of them would then leave. Vegeta, as they can't fit any more people in their ship, Vegeta would actually come along, as Piccolo doesn't need food, he only needs water. As they would then fly their ship back on home, Vegeta would then completely ignore everybody, but he wants to ask Kakarot over and over, how did he do it? How did you transform into a Super Saiyan? Goku doesn't really even know, but he knows that he's going to find out. With them heading right back to Earth, Goku never went to planet Yardrat, and the fact that he never learned instant transmission from them. Now, along the way, they would then finally head back to planet Earth, where peace was finally restored, until, about a year later, a young man would then appear from a time machine, ready to save the future. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure to like, comment, and share this video. Let me know that you guys want to continue this series. If it doesn't get enough likes or anything, I'm not going to continue it. So, anyway, let's get to 20,000 subscribers. Make sure to check me out on Patreon, Twitter, and all that. And I'll talk to you all later.